A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully now the audio is through. Yes, it can sometimes mean to be a challenge when you are the streamer, the producer, you control the audio, you control the video.
Yes, hello.
But one thing I can tell you guys, it doesn't come so much better than
Check.
this.
1, 2.
And sometimes they say you save the best for last. This is the last stream that I'm having for the day today. I will be having more streams tomorrow. But at least I think the rest for myself is well deserved. Sennyonjo Glorious and Herbert Mukisa play pool with the highest speed in Uganda. Today they take the least amount of time in between shots. When they mean to play fast, it can really mean to be fast, but the thing that happens is that when normally such players take on each other because they know each other so well, they tend not to play as fast as they do when taking on other guys. These two have now played 2 frames only and have shared scores between themselves equally. It is 1 for Glorious and 1 for Herbert, race to 6. Now it is 32 players playing double live competition. This is the 3rd stream that I'm having for the same player, that is Herbert. Of course, he knows that he's not permitted to play tournament pool on a school day. Now this tournament ends tomorrow, so his second round match in the second life has as well been called up, such that in case he wins, he can find the tournament when he returns from school, which will be tomorrow evening. That is the reason this match is being brought on table now, although it really should have been played tomorrow. I hope you get it now, such that in case Herbert is involved in the competition by tomorrow, he can find his matches after school time, which is about 5 p.m. East African time. He's drawing 1-1 with Glorious. He's one player whose talent is in no doubt. It's just that of late he has not really been delivering. He has had a very deep breath, needing to play a very big shot. Maybe make a diagonal pot of the red to the corner pocket, top left, then have the cue ball bounce off 2 cushions, then move leftwards. On target, off 2 cushions, leftwards movement, everything perfect. On target with accuracy from the wonder kid who wins the frame. That was something of a beauty, of a clearance. Herbert Mukisa 2, Sennyonjo Glorious 1, race to 6. I want to dedicate this live stream to everybody that is watching from the sub-region of Masaka, where Glorious is born, where they must be watching in some good numbers. And in case you're one of them, just give me a thumbs up in the comments section. Paul, look at you, where are you watching from? And you say that Kasozi has made a very good arena. The thing is looking nice, especially at night, now when there is no issues between the live stream and the lights. You are in an arcade building in the Kalangala Park. Thank you for watching. Paul Walukeje, now that is Masaka side of the country. And Kita Mabunda must be watching from the Sadek region. You are supporting Herbert. You are calling him the assassin. Felix Ramata, my friend. No, Felix, you're not in Masaka. You are in Fort Poto. I can see your location pin. Go away, Felix. But thank you for watching. Comrade Emma, thank you for watching. And yes, all of us that are enjoying from wherever you are watching. Ignatius Cabs, you say you are in Masheruka, Shema, Western side. Thank you for watching. I also enjoy so much love when I come that side of the country to stream those games. There seems to be an apple pending in the match, and it will be glorious. You get to think of the 4 balls he has supposed to deliver an apple. It is the black which could produce some kind of difficulty. Now, if he cuts the red to the side pocket, he could play the cue ball into the black and split it open. He goes for connection, plays red into red. I don't think it was the right decision. It was always safer to create an opening for the black. Now, of course, he'll be putting the last red. Cue ball isn't natural for the black. He's finding himself in trouble. I don't think he got his game reading perfectly okay in the previously taken shot. Look at the red, look at the cue ball and the black. He plays with precision, He's seemingly getting himself snookered. He needed to create an opening before the penultimate red he potted. I think if Glorious loses this frame, he will be as
And ladies and gentlemen, according to Peter's video and voice, there is a little bit of copyright infringement on that sound, so I'll be shifting the mic. Sometimes I pause, sometimes I tap on Peter's to avoid some of the copyright from the music playing in the background. Nonetheless, the game is still on after Sennyonjo playing so very well in that frame. Now it reached a time where he snookered himself, and after that he missed giving Herbert Mukisa a chance to play in this frame, which is seemingly looking is going Herbert's way. And now Herbert left with 2 yellows on the table, now 1 yellow. Look at the two ball movement and the control from a younger Herbert Mukisa. Is now up against the 80 ball for the third time against Sennyonjo Glorious. Herbert Mukisa makes it 3-1 in a race to 6. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard earlier in the communication made by Peter, that this is the match. This is the match, the live stream ending the day. We will be coming back with more matches tomorrow. This is a 2-day tournament. This is the grand opening of the Sharpshooters Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Now frame number 5, Herbert Mukisa, the younger blood, is breaking. He breaks and at least puts 2 or 3 balls, 1 red and maybe 2 yellows. And now Herbert has a chance to go for a green apple according to the way he's playing, and he's shooting in the yellows. Well placed. He well blocked the flame. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the two ball control and management, the power, the energy and maybe the skill of moving the two ball from the younger blood in Herbert Mukisa. Is 4 yellows away for a green apple. And if, oh my god, before I finish, Herbert Mukisa misses that. But look at how the two boy has gotten himself in case the other yellow went in. Now Glorious has a chance to pull another one back. He goes for a safety. How safe this is, this could be, I don't know. Nonetheless, because it would be maybe so hard for Glorious to come back from a 4-1 down to win the match against this younger Herbert Mukisa. Is playing a safety, and maybe he knows he wants, maybe he needs to wait a little bit to go for the flame. I am coming. And now this time round, the frame, it has gone so tactical, as you may see that Glorious and Herbert maybe they want to control because this could be a very crucial frame for any of the players. He wanted to touch, he wanted to play into the red just next to Herbert's yellow at the first screen. And now Herbert still taking control maybe of one of the pockets. Nonetheless, Glorious still needs a big shot here because he's occupying one pocket and then another pocket at the extreme end on the right. This is the shot he was looking for. This time he gets it right. Glorious Sennyonjo. And now leaves in trouble Herbert. Herbert again going for another trap. How safe that could be, I don't know, because if Sennyonjo could put a ball in just in this shot, in this chance he's having now, you could say the frame is gone. He goes, he puts, and yes, you may say Glorious, this is the time he's going for the frame to make it a 3-2.
Guys, the Master of Ceremonies has advised that something like Ibra Sejema having gone for prayer, and it's like the next match that is coming on the stream should not be that one, but the one that will be between Laban Ariho and Caesar Chandiga. So I don't know if I'll be streaming Ibra versus Ian. It would have been my preferred match, but I've been advised by the Master of Ceremonies that Ibra has gone for prayer. Sorry guys, maybe I misinformed you, but I'm not misinforming you that Glorious is playing black and is potting it and is winning a second out of 5. Close, tight, and hard to call. Glorious 2, Herbert 3, race to 6 for a place in the round of 16, which is round of 32 overall.
Let the legacy grow. Africa, put your money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is a crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Hustle ni pa table. Nkala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish round squatting in Mr. Apples. Unkala humble pa table. Now a short time is like a tucho book. Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland, we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown. Let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown. Let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks mystery of soccer. Now Francis Mukoko for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter. Jobbing a beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara. Hivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinya wa hulu. Utara kwenye kaa, nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. Cue in hand, history made. For the legends, let's celebrate.
Still 3 frames to 2. Dear viewers, the youngster Herbert is in the lead. He's been snookered and he wants to produce something special here. Of course, it is very difficult, close to impossible, finding the black, let alone potting it. But the way he's stroking, seemingly wants to pot. He's very ambitious on the table. He wants to go off 3 cushions, find the black 1, 2, plays into the yellow, pots it. Complete foul. Advantage. Glorious. This one should be his turn to equalize. He has traveled the second farthest distance to participate in this competition. Masaka district is about 120 kilometers west of Kampala. There is another player that has traveled all the way from Barara. He's called Ramadan Sula. He's traveled twice the distance that Glorious did. It is how much these guys love the game, how much they love to compete together. Now, off the left cushion he comes. He will be patient, he will wait. He knows that he needs more than finding the black. He simply wants support. I insist it's close to unrealistic, but finding the black is not all that difficult. There he comes. Off the cushion into the black. Where is the black going? This one is still advantage Glorious, in my opinion, only for the fact that black is so close to the cushion that for Glorious, if he were to go for a single visit clearance, black, and unless he moves the cue ball close to the black, and not just close, but in a good direction between white and black and corner pocket top right. It's the reason why the yellow that is set will be played last. Now has to spin the cue ball with right motion. He plays instead left and off 3 cushions. That is even better. Still will have some relative difficulty. You still fancy him to put the black anyway, and yes he does. And he does equalize. Race to 6 between Herbert and Glorious is now race to 3 because the 2 first shooters are drawing 3-all in the round of last 32.
Legends rise on the table cause of fight. Sharpshooters and Ganda take the post with a stroke like thunder. Feel the ghost. From Masaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Hustle ni patebu, Mekala strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish rounds, squatting in Mr. Apples. Unkala humble, patebu, now a short time. Saka chucho book, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland, we stroke with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Sharpshooters Arena Grande opening competition. It's a 32-man comp that is being played on double life basis. There is this one player that has taken 2 lives into the round of last 32, which is round of last 16 either side of the chart. That is Herbert Mukisa. The reason why he's playing his second round in the second life today is because it is school day tomorrow. If he's not to play this match today, then he will have to forfeit it by walkover, because tomorrow he must be in class in the morning. He must be in class at the time when the tournament is starting.
Sennyonjo 3
As of now,
and
he will be
Herbert
playing
Mukisa
this match.
3.
In case he wins,
Racing
then he will still have a chance to play in his second
6.
life. In the evening, he has been promised by the tournament organizer that his match shall be relaxed, such that it will be played after 5 p.m., the time when school breaks off on a daily on the Ugandan. The reason why he's playing his second round in the second life today is because it is school day tomorrow. If it's not to play this match today, then he will have to forfeit it by walkover, because tomorrow he must be in class in the morning. He must be in class at the time when the tournament is starting. As of now, he will be playing this match. In case he wins, then he will still have a chance to play in his second life. In the evening, he has been promised by the tournament organizer that his match shall be relaxed, such that it will be played after 5 p.m., the time when school breaks off on a daily.
Herbert Mukisa up against Glorious Sennyonjo. It's all squares 3-3. Whoever wins this frame regains the lead. If Herbert wins it, he regains the lead, make it 4-3. If Glorious wins it, then it means he leads for the very first time in the match. Nonetheless, the game is still so much tight. And the Glorious up against the 8 ball. And he puts it in. Glorious leads for the very first time in the match. After 7 frames being played into compression. It's 4-3 in favor of Glorious Sennyonjo.
Believe you me, the frame that Glorious has just finished off is the best one of them 7 that have been played in this match so far. And it has been, sorry, of all 8, it has been a very clear definition of his style of play and got it all right, all accurate. That one was him breaking and finishing with speed and vigor, and finish. He's enjoying a 2-frame lead now. If Herbert loses one more frame, he will be left with 1 life in the competition. Here we are. He outplayed Glorious for the first 20 minutes. The next 20 have seen Glorious outplay him to the effect that now should Herbert lose one more frame out of the remaining 3, he will be left with 1 life in the competition, which the organizer has communicated to me that he will permit him to play that 1 life after returning from school tomorrow evening. Maybe he will be responding to Apple with another single positive clearance of the table of his own. There he is. 1 good shot will do it. Pot manipulates the cue ball close to the yellow. With the cut between white and yellow, he may want to put the last yellow to the side pocket on the right, maybe corresponding corner pocket. goes for the same corner pocket. That's the good thing when you have the skill. You contemplate in between which shot to play, where to put the next ball. Could have gotten any other choice of shot, but he's playing one which is more difficult and he's doing it with a lot of ease. Perfect response to Glorious's clinical clearance. Herbert finishes a clinical frame of his own after 9 frames of play. In now what is becoming the most entertaining match of the tournament, at least so far, it is Herbert Mukisa 5 and Herbert Mukisa 4 and Glorious Sennyonjo 5.
City where the lights shine bright. Legends rise on the table cause of fight. Sharpshooters and gun that take the post with a stroke like thunder. Feel the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground. Let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown. Let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Hustle ni table. Mekala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure. Give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish round squatting in Mr. Apples. Ungala humble table. Now a short time. Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground. Let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown. Let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks mystery of soccer. Now Francis Mukoko for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter. Jobbing a beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara. Hivyo mchezaji wa pool rushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa hulu. Utara kwenye nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. Cue in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Oh na na, oh na na na. In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright. Legends rise on the table cause of fight. Sharpshooters and gun that take the post with a stroke like thunder. Feel the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground. Let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown. Let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Hustle ni table. Mekala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure. Give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish round squatting in Mr. Apples. Ungala humble table. Now a short time. Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground. Let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa legacy grow. Africa kuchalo.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of network, I mean a little bit of power blockage. This is Uganda. You expect something to happen just like that. Nonetheless, Herbert Mukisa pulls an equalizing frame to make it a 5 in a race to 6. He was down by 3 frames to 5, and now he has just won 2 straight frames consecutively, and now it's all levels 5 guys. A little bit of power disturbing, but just like that it is fully back. Just missed Herbert reporting the 8 ball to make it now, but we are all back.
Sharpshooters and Gunda take the post with a stroke like thunder. Fear the ghost from Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland, we struck with a magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life. From tournaments
Without a benefit of doubt,
that's how we survive.
we are into the deciding flame, ladies and gentlemen.
Is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Hustle ni patebu, mekala strong ungani
Decider, if Herbert wins it, then he continues the tournament with both of his lives into the round of 16, and maybe
Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to
And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the decider, and Herbert Mukisa looks like he's on to break. He goes, he hits the top ball with power, and he at least spots a ball.
Let's celebrate.
And looks like Herbert Mukisa is going in for the Reds. They are in a perfect space for anyone to go for a green apple to win a decider. In a decider, you may not need or forced to have a chance to give to your opponent in a decider, because in a blink of an eye you may think you have given him a shot, yet a shot turns into a frame being won by your opponent. So Herbert is still looting for a decider, still looting for a green apple. Is now 3 reds away to the 8 ball. And seemingly he puts another red. Now he's left with 2 reds He needs a sharp cut to put one red into the corner pocket on the left. That's the red he is aiming at. He goes, is a miss. It's a miss. And now Glorious, this is maybe the chance he has been rooting for, at least to have a shot played into a decider. And just like that, the first shot he played, he potted and even opened up the black.
Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. William Soko. Na Francis Mukoko for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter. Jobbing a beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara. Hivyo mchezaji wa pool shika kijiti kabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba.
And once again he goes for a safety, because he knows if he doesn't have a clear passage or opportunity to pot or to finish the frame, then he knows you can keep. Oh my goodness, Herbert Mukisa just played a shot here, only that the chubo moved a little bit further, just nearer his red, limiting him almost to no option of potting it in the next shot he is to take. Now we are just left with eyes wide open for him to see where if he can pot. He goes for power, he pots the 8 ball, and just like that he loses the match. Ladies and gentlemen, Glorious wins without potting the black. Glorious 6, Herbert Mukisa 5. That is the game for now.
From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is a crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo, hustle ni patable, then kala strong ungani buffalo, skill and composure.